Well, it's been a long time since I made a video on Frank. She's came a long ways. It's been 3 years, I think, since I made the last clip on this thing. And yeah, I guess I'll run you through the things that have changed, the things that have improved. I think I would say improved, and yeah, what to look for if you're doing this. Just some FYIs, and yeah, maybe it's a good thing to look at this video if you want to figure it out, if you want to do it or if you don't. So, first thing, that's the old engine. It was worn out more than I would like it. It was blowing a lot of oil out. After a while, I just said, you know what? I'll buy another 5.9 and I'll rebuild it. So, yeah, I'll throw a couple little pictures. I rebuilt the whole thing and had to cut the block, cut the head, and I got a shimmed head gasket, whatever. Did a whole bunch of stuff. It's all proper. Also, after I did that, I put new injectors in. I think there was the SAC style injector, and they were 90 over for 90 horsepower or whatever. And they didn't even last, I would say, not even a couple months. Lasted 5 months maybe. Then I kept getting a blue haze out, and it was actually injector number 4. It had failed. So, yeah, I don't know, it's whatever. Sometimes you get a bad injector. So, and I also had the fuel timing cranked way back to like 27 degrees and lots of fuel. And of course, I blew up the head gasket between the fire ring into the oil and gallery. It kind of is almost right beside the coolant gallery. Oh, I got some pictures. I'll throw that in there. Fuck. And so, yeah, I put that all back together, and then I did it again, and then I said, you know what? Stock timing, fuel it way back so I can just have it for reliable purposes for my job and stuff. So yeah. I got the new VCO style injectors, and I think they're only 50 horsepower. They call it 50 over horsepower injectors. But yeah, they're the VCO style. They run clean, very fuel efficient, lots of power. They work good, whatever, you know. So that's good. But yeah, I had issues with the alternators. And I ended up going with a self-exciting alternator off of PDP, Pure Deals of Power. I bought it off of. I also got this air filter from them. As you can see the number. I also got a wire coming out the back. That's for the tack. So now I can see how fast I'm going from the engine speed. That's kind of how I base everything off of. I got master cylinder out of the Dodge for the clutch instead of the Chevy one that I had. It fit in and it worked kinda. Having issues with dragging the clutch a little bit, so wasn't enough stroke for the slave cylinder, so I put that master cylinder in with a welded on piece from the Chevy one. Let's see if I can get a good video of it. Yeah, there it is. So that's how I did that. I don't think much has changed in the dash. You know, I got this column, oil pressure, coolant, That's the pyro. It works. I just don't like the light of it when I'm driving at night, so I just take it over. And it's, you know, it's always low. You know, I still have the boost gauge switch. You know, I got the tack. It works. Fuel gauge works. And the voltage, how much I'm charging basically, works. The temperature, and this one obviously doesn't. Well, don't need them, right? But yeah, I gotta do a seat. I want to do that eventually. Even get the lights working up here. You know, I got slip tank in it. I got it fucking hosed right into the vent right into the fuel. Off the Phillip. I've had a lot of issues with this rear end, front end, after with changing everything up. Whoa. So I went to a 4-inch drive shaft, and that is the way to go. I got a new yoke. I had to do a new carrier assembly. I took out the the track bar, the traction bar. I just, you know, don't need that. Feel difference. I don't know. It just one day kept breaking the links, and I just said fuck it. Lost a few tires in this thing. I had 35s on it. Well, I didn't roll it. That's a good thing. Fucking Chevys. Way too big. I had spacers, 2.5-inch aluminum spacers. Got it. And I broke it. So that actually happened not too long ago. So I ended up putting smaller tires on it, no spacers. I got what, 235 85 R16s, BF Goodriches. They work pretty good. Front end is all changed up. I got the heavy duty Moog ball joints in at top and bottom. I also got their Moog tie rods, inner, outer. Oh, it's hard to see. And I got even the idler and pitman arm. Leaks a little bit since I've had to heat it up, but it just doesn't leak that much. Starts leaking anymore, I'll just change the whole box out. It's not actually that big of a job. And yeah, I've done both CV axles a couple times because I had the big tires on it, so I had the keys jacked way up, so I had a really severe angle on those. Once you get, you know, you try to lift this thing 3-4 inches in the front end, you're taking CV axles out. I did the track bar links. I did a whole bunch of stuff. It's good now. I've put, I don't know, I'm guessing on this engine I probably put 60,000 K on it. Quite a few oil changes. So yeah, hard to say. I don't have an actual odometer, but it works good. It's been about a year and a half since I've started running it. And yeah. Well, it's very handy, especially with rocks, trying to make holes in your do it. JB will to fix that. And anyone wondering if this thing handles deers? Well, that's the only little wow that you'll find in it. But I've taken a few deers with this thing, so it works the way it should. And the hood, I don't know, I've had to, that's from a chain, actually, where did I have it? Right around the frame there, and it came up, and bent that in. So I had to drag it home one time. I lost this wheel because CV axle broke and whatnot, and ripped the tire off. And then the next time, This thing's bottom ball joint broke and it went up. You can see the dent, kind of dented in the panel, pushed in the door. And then at that time I did these upgraded bronze bushings and pins and stuff. Also got a new latch. You know, that's fun to do, especially when the nut falls down inside and you got to take the whole pillar apart to get in there. And yeah, I got a lot of the parts from there, so check them out. But yeah, that's Frank. Hopefully I can just drive it for a while. But yeah, I think that's about all I got for it.